Hey everybody, Madeline here looking at today's astrology, and I was quite taken aback by what I saw, which was nothing but beautiful angles and aspects, no oppositions. We should be seeing an opposition between the nodes, but it's not picking that up, possibly because so much is going on with the nodes that is so positive. So, we're just looking at that right now. And we've got an exalted moon today, which is a grounded energy. The moon in Taurus is abundant, good opportunities show up. It is making a beautiful angle to the south node, which is where the eclipses are going to be coming up. I'm going to talk about that soon because we've got a new moon in Virgo, so we're going to activate our Virgo houses. And the south node right now is sort of being positively aspected by the moon in Taurus in its exaltation, releasing stress, releasing anxiety, releasing toxic attachments. And of course, all of this depends how it impacts you by what house it's in. For instance, if you're Aries rising, it's going to be in your sixth house, which means you're letting go of very Virgo things, double Virgo health, addictions. We're all in an emotional place where we can let something go. And this would be in the sixth house, would be like an addiction or something that's not healthy for us, or just being stressed. Because, with all these energies in Aries that are retrograde, we've got Neptune retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Chiron retrograde. I mean, these are big, slow moving planets. Chiron is a 50-year cycle. Neptune is 156 years. Saturn is a 29 to 30-year cycle. They're all in retrograde in Saturn, making a sextile to Pluto, which is trining Uranus. I mean, this is just amazingly intense energies in the Aries house, in our Aries houses. So we're going through, Saturn, and then we're going to look at Mars. Where's Mars? Mars is in Libra. So we've got Saturn in retrograde next to Neptune, where we're really clearing karmic patterns around our selfish, aggressive behaviors, our strong-willed, without being psychically higher guided, being very strong-willed, and or causing conflicts in connections, in relationships, um, that make us experience things that we don't want because it's karma clearing. So Saturn represents the results of what we do. So in retrograde, we're introspective with Neptune there, evaluating and reflecting on our manners, how we operate in relationships. And I'm telling you, it's going to show up. How the patterns that we create in our lives are going to show up right now. And we're being tested to either continue fighting or not sticking up for ourselves and setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is, we're not talking about being passive, we're talking about setting boundaries, or being too aggressive or too combative or too ready to fight. Um, Impulsively, untethered. Aries is an untethered energy. So in Saturn, there wants us to be in self-control. Libra, Mars is not very good control, by the way, but we're being tested because this is at the low degree. We're 0 degrees. We're literally initiating a new era with that Saturn and Neptune. So we're being given a chance here to correct our ways so we don't continue in this next cycle creating a reality we don't want because we're spiraling up. And then with Chiron in retrograde, we're transforming pain into power. And Chiron is in retrograde, causing us to again reflect on the source the source wounding that causes us to be feeling out of power, which causes us to flare up in our aggression or in our passivity, and allowing us to be doormats, ourselves to be doormats, or to be too much of a fighter and aggressive. So Chiron in retrograde in Aries is healing the wound because a true warrior, Aries is the warrior energy, is balanced in emotions. They're not operating from a source of wounding, because if you operate from a source of wounding, you're in fear-based lower frequency masculine energy, which is going to cause damage. So you want to be in positive masculine energy. That's what we're shifting to, which is to be proactive and protective and balanced and non-reactive in self-control. And then we're able to start a family or start new beginnings or plant roots because we've learned some sort of major lesson here. My readings with people are these topics are definitely coming up. So learning to navigate these cycles that are showing up again with a higher consciousness response is what we're being asked to do with these kind of beautiful energies, which means there's angelic support in our lives. So trines are the nature of Jupiter, sextiles are the nature of Venus. People are probably feeling a bit, this is very Venus-Jupiter energy today. We have Venus and Jupiter together still. They're only 2 degrees apart. So there is some sort of flow and energy ease at finding things that make us happy and joyful. It's a beautiful day. Moon in exaltation, Jupiter in exaltation. Lot Saturn in fall, Mars in fall or detriment. Saturn detriment. I think Saturn's detriment, Leo. Anyway, both of these planets are not in their dignity, and yet there's this ease and flow and relaxed vibe going on here today. Um, so yeah, so we've got the moon making a beautiful angle to the south node, helping us release and be more relaxed and not stressed about things. We are getting prepared to let something major go here because we're going to have a new moon at 0 degrees Virgo on the 23rd, 22nd of August. And this is going to activate our eclipse houses. So we're going to be seeing in this 12 or in our Virgo Pisces axis some sort of shift and changes. And it's going to have an aspect to Uranus. It will square Uranus, this new moon. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there will be an element of radical change, sudden, all of a sudden radical change that moves, that shifts our destiny, course corrects us. So we'll go through all the 12 houses and see where all those changes are going to occur in the next video. All right. I hope this was of assistance in some way.